Welcome to the Inspirational Living podcast, brought to you in part by Book of Zen, makers of wearable inspiration for a better world. Today's podcast has been edited and adapted from 3 lectures on the laws of financial success by B.F. Austin, published in 1918. Financial success is won by those who dare to think big. Little thoughts, plans, and ideals beget little interest, little effort, little enthusiasm in the individual, and awaken little or no interest in the minds of others. The radical difference between the popcorn vendor at the fair and the next Steve Jobs is in the size of their ideas and concepts. Popcorn ideas beget a popcorn life. Great ideas, projects, and enterprises rouse the soul of the individual to the effort, courage, and daring that is commensurate with grand ideas. Great individuals cannot be approached with any project of a trifling character. Time and mental force are too valuable to waste on things not worthwhile. An entrepreneur should continually plan greater and still greater projects for themselves, and have the courage and daring to embark upon these new enterprises, trusting in the unfolding powers of their own soul, and in the star of destiny to crown their efforts with success. Great ideas and projects, if accompanied by sound judgment, proper plans, and proportionate enthusiasm, produce great men and women, and great success. To begin, you must cultivate a strong will, for the will is the directive faculty of the soul, and when in harmony with nature, it becomes the channel of personal and spiritual energy, as real as the force of gravity or electricity. If wrongly directed, it cannot of itself ensure success, for the human will is always, sooner or later, subject to the divine will and karma. There seems to be no real limit to human achievement when in harmony with nature's laws and pursued unfalteringly with a strong and unconquerable will. The basis of all personal power resides in this will. All great and successful people possess it in high degree. A strong will is a mighty cyclonic force in human nature, one that creates a current of vibrations towards its possessor, along which are brought the very objects that have been willed. It operates by natural law, yet its results seem at times miraculous. In the temple of your own soul, you should, by frequent affirmation, assert your will and ability to conquer all difficulties. For example, you might frequently say to yourself, I can and I will, for the human will can carve a path toward any goal, though walls of granite intervene. It is this type of willpower, developed in high degree, which transformed a little Corsican boy into the world's most famous military leader and conqueror, Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon would regard nothing as impossible, insisting that the word impossible was only found in the dictionary of fools, that it was not a French word at all. When told that the Alps stood in the way of his victorious march into Italy, he simply said, "There are no Alps," and then set his engineers to work on building a road through the mountains. If you seek wealth and financial success, you must keep all your mental faculties alert in watching for openings, chances, favorable tides, and be fertile enough in plans and bold enough in courage to take full advantage of them. The old saying is true that but once to every person and nation comes the moment to decide. Or as Shakespeare said, there is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at its flood leads on to fortune. You should ready yourself in advance for these open doors. Those who do not more than fill their positions are not fitted for a higher one. Read the lives of the people who have risen from the lowest to the highest rung of the ladder, and you will find these individuals prepared themselves in advance. and by extra service prepared their own advance. When the door opens, enter. When opportunity comes your way, seize her by the forelock, for as the ancients declared, she is bald behind. The Spanish have a motto: half the misfortunes in life come from holding in one's horse when she is leaping. When great stress is laid upon right thinking, willing, and planning, it is all with one object in view: right action at the right time. Nothing can take the place of patient, plodding industry, ideas expressed in action, and willpower, faith, and energy translated into work. Don't let the profits of the money changers on Wall Street fool you. Money doesn't come from speculation. Money comes from doing. As you continue to succeed, so you become. The cause of success is always in the person who succeeds. All minds are formed of the same essential elements and contain the same faculties. The difference among people is the degree of their development. It is certain, therefore, that you can succeed if you can find out the cause of the success you seek, develop it to sufficient strength, and apply it properly in your work. You can develop any power to an unlimited extent. Therefore, you can develop enough success power to succeed financially in any endeavor you choose. You must develop those special abilities which you believe are your strongest. Then choose the business that has a need for such abilities, and then continue to develop your special skills to the highest point possible. Success depends not alone or chiefly on the possession of your special faculties, as they are only the tools of success, but more upon the power you wield when using these tools. This power inside you, which directs the use of your special faculties, is poise and more than poise. It is faith and more than faith. It is what you feel when you know you can do a thing and know how to do a thing. You must learn how to create this powerful conscious awareness so that you will know that you can do what you want to do. You must not only believe that you can succeed, but also know that you can succeed. And the subconscious mind must also know that you can succeed, as well as the objective mind. People may think objectively that they can succeed, but subconsciously doubt that they will. This subconscious doubt will inevitably thwart their success. To magnify your ability to succeed, your subconscious mind must be thoroughly impregnated with the knowledge that you have the power, know how to use it, and will use it. Repeated affirmations for a month, especially just before sleep, can help you create the subconscious knowledge that is needed for financial success and personal growth. For example, you might repeat, "I can succeed. I am successful. What others have done, I can do. I can do what I want to do. I can have what I want to have." To get more money and a more abundant life, you must make the best constructive use of what you have. Progress depends on the perfection of your use of what you have today. The squirrel, by jumping through the law of evolution, in time will obtain wings. You will never have wings if you only jump half as far as you can. Every person who does one thing perfectly is instantly presented with an opportunity of doing some larger thing. The law is that wherever an organization has more life than can find expression by functioning on a given plane, its surplus life lifts it to the next higher plane. Live for the future now, but do not live in the future now. Get more business, more friends, a better position by using constructively what you have now. Concentrate all your constructive energies on the use of what you have today. Make every transaction, every experience, even the adverse ones, a stepping stone to nobler things. Remember, it is the surplus of life, of ability, on one plane, which under evolution prepares for the next higher plane. Make friends by taking a real interest in everyone you meet. Fill perfectly every present relationship and be ready in advance for the promotion and success that is sure to come. Most importantly, you must assiduously cultivate a faith in yourself. No person ever becomes truly successful who harbors deep feelings of weakness or inferiority. It is the confident, hopeful men and women who carry with them the thought vibration, "I can and I will win life's battles." Even if you are able to keep your opinions of yourself to yourself, it still cripples your life's work, because everyone's fearful thoughts, regardless of how zealously you may seek to hide them in language or conduct, creates an atmosphere of doubt and timidity that radiates into the minds of all who come in contact with you. Thoughts and moods are contagious. No person can keep their thoughts entirely to themselves. The air of negativity, of doubt, and irresolution that surrounds you finds its way into other minds and becomes a barrier to success at every point. This lack of confidence in yourself, however, is the most disastrous in its effects upon yourself, as it is a frost which kills all the budding plans, purposes, and hopes which are so essential to success. So get rid of any false notions as to the limitations of your own powers and abilities, for while it is quite true you have only developed these powers to a very limited extent, and there seems to be a very great difference between your life and those of the world's most successful, remember that there is absolutely no limit to the extent to which your powers may unfold. You are vitally connected with the storehouse of divine wisdom, power, and strength, and you can draw from it as you need. Cultivate absolute faith, too, in the laws of financial success, and remember that the revolution of the sun is no more certain, the law of gravity no more sure, than the operation of the fixed laws of financial increase. With faith in yourself, in others, and in the universal laws, hold your head erect, and with the confidence of the I can and I will spirit, enter boldly into life's arena. The Inspirational Living podcast is a production of The Living Hour. For free transcripts of our podcasts, visit us online at livinghour.org. Today's podcast was sponsored in part by autosuggestion.io. Transform your life in 30 days. Discover the autosuggestion sound method at autosuggestion.io. And by Book of Zen, makers of wearable inspiration and motivational gifts. Visit them online at bookofzen.com. Subscribe to the Inspirational Living podcast by looking us up in the iTunes Store. If you're using an Android phone, download the Stitcher app and you'll find us on there. We deliver new podcasts twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. Thanks for joining us. I look forward to talking to you next time.